seen that.
Got you. Got you. Here's a little bounce pass into Shaq. He's going to go up and throw it down like prime Shaq. That's what I'm talking about, Hollywood. Make this build and go dunk on somebody, community. Got you. Got you.
Got him jumping. On his head! Come on, man.
We did it. We won.
We proved ourselves.
22-7.
Man, let's go.
The big dog was hungry. We're feeding him all game long. Good game, Hollywood.
Nice game, guys.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the end. So the New York starting five. Hart is out there with Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Bridges. And it's Kolek in at the point. And for Sacramento, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Monk on the wing, he's paired with DeRozan. And it's Barbosa in at the one. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And Junior throws it down.
Not just a scorer, Monk is also a quality facilitator for this team.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Here's Kolek, and it's blocked by Barbosa. And here's the fast break. And here they go. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Murray.
From the wing position, DeMar DeRozan is one of the best at finishing through contact.
Here's Kolek, covered by Barbosa. Kolek, no good. Murray finds DeRozan. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Isn't it beautiful watching DeRozan just work through contact? He loves overcoming these kind of moments.
And the foul called on Junior.
Barbosa.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Murray against Hart. Here's Kolek.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Sabonis, the pass to DeRozan. For 3, Barbosa, good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Barbosa's got 5 now.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Sacramento shooting their first shot of the night from the charity stripe. And Barbosa drops them both. Barbosa with the steal. Pass to Murray. To the paint. Here's Sabonis. And a slam dunk by Sabonis.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And they just... can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for them here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Here's Kolek. Last time out, he had 13 points. Hart, that's good.
Getting this one to fall hopefully gets things rolling. Their first make out of 5 shots.
Barbosa passes to Sabonis. Sacramento moving it around. Barbosa's shot is off. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 11-point game. Last time they met in New York.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him and expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sacramento. George comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Anunoby outside. 1:32 left here in the first quarter. Missed inside. Murray against Anunoby. On its way from Barbosa for two. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 13 points for Junior.
Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved.
Bridges finds McBride. Out to the right wing. It's Hart on the wing. They get it back. Kings leading now by 13. Monk outside. On the wing, George. On the wing, Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Hart. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
And so here is New York. Sacramento making their last shot. Here's Bridges. And Barbosa pulls it down.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Here's Bridges. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Sacramento feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Right back after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position. And early season action here tonight. RJ, you can see the bounce in the step of the players. They are refreshed, and they are ready to go.
Everyone's locked in. It's early in the season. There is a different type of energy to get off to a good start.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Barbosa kicks it over to Schroeder. Now here is Barbosa. He's covered closely. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Kolek, covered by Barbosa. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
On the wing, DeRozan. Back to Barbosa. Trying his luck from deep. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his 3rd assist on the night. Knicks trail by 14. The veteran DeMar DeRozan, RJ, a terrific player, a great scorer,
And he's been doing it for a long time. He has been an elite scorer since he picked up a basketball.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says, we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
DeRozan passes to Barbosa. That one goes. Count it. 22 points for Junior.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
New York missing again. The pass to Schroeder. Back to Barbosa. And Junior throws it down hard.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
And some changes here for the Kings. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for Sabonis. Murray comes in for Jones. And it's Malik Monk in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Boston. He has 5. And they get it. And there's the drive. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. And the Knicks making a change here. McBride's checked in. From past the arc, Valanciunas grabs the board.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Bridges. Doesn't go that time.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
And you can bet that that's had an effect the rest of the way. Guys won't be trying to take him one-on-one because he alters just as many shots as he blocks.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Towns. Josh Hart out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Kolek in at the 1 spot.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against Miami, got the job done. He picked up 39 points, and he was a force on defense. Came up with a lot of steals. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Hard bounce pass. On the wing, Bridges. Monk defending. Clock at 6. Kolek, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Monk outside. Barbosa. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Bridges misses.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
Murray finds Barbosa, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
The free throw drops for Barbosa. And some changes here for the Kings. Filipowski, he's checked in for Sabonis. George comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Ellison for Monk. Hart kicks to Bridges. Back to Hart. To end the cold streak. That one doesn't go. Excellent D there from George.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And that one's good, Boston.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
He gets it in there. 35 points for Junior.
Oh, great ball movement there.
New York's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Boston, covered by Barbosa. Misses the layup. Kings have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Shoots a 3. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Stolen by Barbosa. And Junior throws it down.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Bridges outside. And here is Hart. Passes it to Boston. To stop the run. Back to Hart. Fires the three. Knocked loose. And they recover it. 6 to shoot. Pass to Boston. And another shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at New York, they've hit a little bit of a skid here, playing right around the league average now.
And I think for Sacramento, they've started the way we expected. Aggressive, relentless, just imposing their will upon lesser teams.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the third. George, that's a two-pointer, and the Kings check on 2 more.
And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do.
Towns up top, covered by Barbosa. And the foul called on Junior.
Personal foul.
That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Foul. Substituting on the court.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Bridges outside. Just 5 on the clock. Banked in off the glass.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
For 3, Barbosa. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Junior. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Jones. And it's Jones in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And Barbosa pulls it down. Barbosa's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Wasted no time on that one. Jones has got himself on the board with 3 there. The Knicks shooting at ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. Robinson with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Robinson passes to Winslow. No good on the 3. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. Schroeder, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Winslow against Jones. And the dunk by Winslow.
And 1 step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Some changes for Sacramento. Filipowski, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Sacramento making some changes. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Jones. And Junior subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kolek. DeRozan defending. Anunoby has the open look. The three-pointer no good. The Kings have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Sacramento.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Junior.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Nice effort by Bridges. He's got that wiry strength.
Inside. Stolen by Robinson. To the middle. Barbosa against Anunoby. Here's Kolek. No good from outside.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Barbosa dishes to DeRozan. And no good that time. Good D by Anunoby. In the corner, it's Bridges. That three off the mark. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so for Richard Jefferson.
Season 5 launches this coming Friday. We'll be back with details on everything that's new.
And we'll also have all of our highlights from All-Star Weekend and the final vote that will determine the top play of Season 4.
I can't wait. But until then, get out there, get those Season 4 rewards and wins.
And enjoy the game.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our... Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. They've got Bradley Beal. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. And for the Kings, the duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Perimeter is filled up by Monk and DeRozan, and it's Junior in at the 1. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And it's the Suns to start out. And here's Durant. Let's go with a 3. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. To the middle. And the dunk by Junior.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Durant. Hauled in by the Kings. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Junior. Monk passes to DeRozan. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Here's Booker. Last game out, 36 points for him. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
About a minute played here so far in the first. Barbosa passes to Monk. Back to Junior. And he's going for the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. To the inside. Here's Booker. Good work defensively by DeRozan.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Good on the shot.
Yeah, the defense expects DeRozan to try and score, but he smartly makes the extra pass.
The Suns have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the head coach for Sacramento gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. As you can imagine, the team spent much of their practice preparing for Devin Booker. Coach said there's no great way to defend him. He can beat you at the rim, from mid-range, well beyond the arc as well. And on top of all that, he creates for others. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Barbosa, basket's good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Oh, denied by Durant.
Durant covering a lot of territory with his length.
Here's Barbosa. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Yellow ball violation. It'll be a jump ball.
And so here's Sacramento. On the wing, Junior. DeRozan outside. Oh, there's the alley. And the dunk by Junior.
Woo! I just love that alley alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. And the Suns call time here.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the time?
At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. For a fourth, I'm not sure.
Dunn, he's checked in for the Suns. Looking at our leaderboard here, last year the teams that made an from defense to offense. The Kings, number 1.
Their defense led to offense, and no team was better at forcing miscues and capitalizing at the other end.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Booker. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And Booker's got one of the quickest releases in the game.
On the wing, DeRozan. Here's Barbosa. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Suns trail by 8. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Back to Monk. Pass to Barbosa. For 3. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. DeRozan's got 4 assists now tonight.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Unloads. The offensive rebound. Sabonis finds Junior. And the Kings with another 3.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
.110 left to play in the first quarter. And Booker gets double teamed. With a rebound. The Kings lead by 14. Sabonis, the pass to Barbosa. On the wing, DeRozan. Defended by Dunn. DeRozan with the bucket.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Phoenix calls timeout, coming off that win against the Sixers.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
And Sacramento with some changes. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Sabonis. George comes in for Murray. And it's Schroeder in for Monk. Allen, the pass to Booker. Knocked away. Oh, stolen by Junior. Here's DeRozan. Iguodala grabs a miss. Suns trail by 16. Allen on the wing. For 3, Booker. Phoenix no good that time either.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They put in work down low. Get
2.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Kings.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
DeMar DeRozan is out there with Paul George. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Junior in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Junior in the last matchup against the Knicks was outstanding. He scored 45 points, and he didn't need a ton of extra possessions to get to that total. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And in the front end of the back-to-back, what's important?
Well, B.A., most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win. Don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
Inside. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Dunn outside. Pass to Chavez. Pulls up at the elbow. The shot's good. Chavez has got his first bucket in this one.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Valanciunas finds DeRozan. And Junior throws it down.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. And so it's Allen who brings up the ball for the Suns. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Pass to Chavez. The three ball. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Timeout called. Sacramento.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Pass to Barbosa. It's Monk on the wing. Back to Junior. Now George. He's guarded by Bridges. Lets it go. George's shot is good. And the Kings lead by 21.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation. And Paul George got it there.
Beal against Monk. Beal left side for three. Durant. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Knocks it loose. Here's Chavez, covered by Junior. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Ellison. And so it's Sacramento.
Your Kings, 42. The Suns, 14.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Sacramento has got all 4 threes to drop from downtown in this game. Kicking off the second half, here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Devin Booker.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Beal against DeRozan. Charity stripe shot. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Outside Murray. DeRozan outside. On the wing, Junior. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist.
The assist.
DeRozan's got 6 assists in the game. And it's Phoenix's ball. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And he lobs it up top, up high, and down it goes on the lob.
Well, Kevin Durant showing off that within this offensive scheme, he has the ability to set up his teammates.
Back to Junior. And Junior throws it down.
You live for nights like this when it's all working and the rim looks so huge.
Pass to Chavez. Soft touch off the glass. Chavez has got 7 points in the game.
Now, not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Durant, the pass to Booker. Now Beal. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Murray. Back come the Kings in transition.
All of that started with the hands of Keegan Murray.
The assist, DeMar DeRozan.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, we're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see. And your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that.
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. And Junior throws it down.
How'd they pull that off, B.A.?
Right? I'm not sure. A tremendous play. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Chavez passes to Beal.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Richards. That one is off. Sabonis with some nice D. The Kings have gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half. Barbosa passes to Sabonis. And he lobs it up. And Junior throws it down.
That's what you want from Monk. If you don't have it, just make the next easy pass.
They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And B.A., you can't afford to keep coming up empty.
Booker, the pass to Beal. And the Suns miss again.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
To the paint. And the dunk by Junior.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Barbosa. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Barbosa's got 16 points here in the second half. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Kings.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Here's Beal, the putback. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Earning his money on the interior tonight. That's a nice move.
30 seconds left in the third quarter. Booker, the pass to Chavez. And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That'll be a second foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Sabonis. Jones comes in for Murray. Paul George, he's checked in. Filipowski, he's checked in for Sacramento. Junior comes in for DeRozan. And a change for the Suns. Durant's checked in. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, B.A., the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, and have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Junior. Then it's Filipowski. Then there's Paul George. And it's Jones in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
That one rolls around and rims out. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Sacramento. Outside Schroeder. And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team, and hope for the best.
And the dunk by Junior.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Kings.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And they earn win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Junior.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Duran on the attack. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot, well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
I'll tell you what, for him, it doesn't get much better than this. Putting on an absolute clinic while the home fans went wild.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, one of the most lethal players in the game. Durant loves being a nightmare to defend and winning these trips to the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Durant. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Schroeder. Pass to Barbosa. Outside Jones. Kicks it to Junior. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Barbosa's got 47 points.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Here's Filipowski. George finds Junior. George outside. Back to Junior. There's the three. Good. He hits again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian A.
Throughout All-Star Weekend, drop into the Event Center in the city to celebrate at the NBA 2K15 Old Town Flyers aircraft carrier. That's right, we've pulled this classic court from the vault and revamped it for this special event. Whether it's your first time or your first time in a long time, hop into this classic backdrop for 2v2 or 3v3 action. Games are to 15 points by ones and twos. Light up the night with a performance as special as this throwback location.
Coming right up, the Warriors taking on the Kings. For Golden State, they've been off kilter all year. Just a single win in 9 games. They want to balance the scale. Kings, Warriors, the tip-off coming right after this. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Now Sacramento starting 5. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Junior's out there with Monk, and it's Sabonis in at the 5. And for Golden State, in the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. And it's Butler in at small forward. You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
When Monk isn't finding his own shot, he's making some slick passes.
Here's Podziemski. Monk defending. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. No good on the triple. Floats it up for Junior. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Curry passes to Kuminga. The fader. And Barbosa pulls it down. Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. And Junior throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Now here is Barbosa. After the miss from Stephen Curry. Murray, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Barbosa, and Butler sends it back.
Always ready to make an impact defensively. Butler sees the shot forming and just attacks the opportunity to block it.
Now, here's Monk. 12 points his last outing. Murray dishes to Barbosa. Shoots over Curry, and he hits the jumper for 2. 8 points for Junior.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump.
dropouts of this league.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And this year's draft class considered to be one of the weaker classes in recent years.
I don't believe in a such thing as a weak draft class. There is always going to be a player or multiple players that stand out. Understand, even if you're drafting 60 players, if 5 of them turn out to be legitimate players, that's a good draft class.
An emphatic LU jam.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
And here in the first. Approaching 3 minutes played. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, when I asked him about the challenges his team will face going up against DeMar DeRozan, Coach said it doesn't matter what kind of defense you throw at him. DeMar is so good getting to his comfort zones and knocking down shots. What people don't realize is how good of a playmaker he is. Kevin, a tall task to slow him down.
All right, David, thanks. Now, Podziemski. After the missed 3 from Barbosa. From 17 feet out. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's DeRozan. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Here's Butler, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Curry's shot is off. Barbosa with it. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. Shot from 16, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
DeRozan against Butler. Dishes to Curry. The pass to Kuminga. Back to Curry. 5 to shoot. Here's Butler with the putback. It's good on the putback. Jackson Davis has got his second bucket.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Warriors trail by 12. Podziemski with it. Now guarded by Monk. Outside Curry. Drills it from outside. Curry's got 5.
This is peak Curry shooting with real confidence. confidence off the catch. It's what helps get him going.
Out to DeRozan. Pass to Murray. On the wing, Monk. He's defended by Podziemski. Shot from free throw range. That shot off.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings in control. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway.
Substitution on the court.
Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And Junior throws it down.
Ever evolving as a passer, DeRozan continues to impress with his ability to find his teammates.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. 11-point game. Passes to Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Suns, was a driven man. He tallied 50 points, and he was efficient out there. A fantastic performance from him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Barbosa. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Warriors trail by 15. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Look at the attack of Butler in the lane.
Not many guys with Butler's build have his skill set inside.
Sabonis kicks to Monk. 16 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Left side, DeRozan. And Junior throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind. Monk with some nice defense. And so it's Sacramento. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you got to stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Jackson Davis in at center. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Now, here's Curry. He's got 7. 2 free throws coming up. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. To look at the numbers for DeRozan. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And when they need to add defense, that's who they look to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
And that one falls for Jackson Davis. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Sacramento leading by 14. Barbosa finds Sabonis. Floats it up for Junior. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Curry with it. Barbosa picks him up. Jackson Davis can't get it to go.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
And look. Look at the inside presence already for Murray. It'll be fun to watch this young man grow.
Curry with a wide open look, and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 at the start of the second half.
And Junior throws it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Different look here for the Warriors. Brook Lopez is checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Green comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Perkins in for Curry. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sabonis. Filipowski comes in for Murray. Paul George is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Malik Monk. Here's Barbosa, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. The Kings shooting their first free throws of this one.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Free throw drops for Barbosa. No good on the second free throw. Warriors trail by 17. Perkins with it, now guarded by Schroeder to the right side. Now, here's Moody. He's tightly guarded. 5 on the clock. Here's Perkins. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Pass to Filipowski. To the inside, Barbosa. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Barbosa's got 25 points.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood. In the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now here's Lopez. Moody finds Green. Golden State moving the ball around. No good from Perkins. Kings leading now by 19 points. It's stolen by Green. Right now, it's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. And 101 left here in the third quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now Green hasn't made one yet. Perkins for three.
He knocked down a three in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by the Kings. Filipowski's got his fourth rebound in this one.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low-post presence.
Perkins against Barbosa. Driving the lane. And even 3-on-3 break. Floats it up for Junior. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Here's Podziemski. And the Warriors miss again. And so it's Sacramento riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And a look at the five for the Kings to start the fourth. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Monk on the wing. He's paired with DeRozan. And it's Barbosa in at the point guard. Stolen by Barbosa. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Barbosa's got 33 points. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Kings.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
2-2.
Free throw good, Podziemski. Greg, every year we have the
substitution on the court. At the line for the Dubs, Moses Moody. One shot.
free throw good, Moody. Now here is Barbosa. He kicks to DeRozan. Back to Barbosa. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his 5th assist in this one. Barbosa against Curry. Right side, Kuminga. And Jones pulls it down. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Sacramento moving it around. Sabonis kicks to Jones. Down low. Here's Barbosa. The Warriors pull it in. Stolen by Barbosa. There's the lob to Sabonis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Look at Sabonis showing off that athleticism.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Jackson Davis. Kuminga down low. Defended by Jones. Kuminga, no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. DeRozan finds Carter. Over to the wing. Back to Jones. High shot from 10 feet out. Jones has got 6 points in the quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Kings.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Junior.
And we can't forget about his effort on defense, specifically how many steals he was able to grab. Just an absolute pest. And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Here's Carter, and he gets the bucket.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Here's Curry. Sacramento making their last shot. Launches it. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
This is what Curry does best. He is so creative at getting into rhythm and staying hot.
Outside, Jones. And the pass to Carter. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Floats it up for Junior. Carter, that's good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Oh, road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Barbosa passes to Sabonis. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Junior throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. Have a
Welcome to NBA 2K TV and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. It's also the tip-off of All-Star Weekend, and this year is action-packed. The Bay Area is transforming, and 2K will be there to welcome fans. Check out this mural going up celebrating the last time the San Francisco Bay Area hosted the All-Star Games, which for
The NBA on 2K. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Junior, he's out there with Malik Monk. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Smart make up the backcourt. Jackson out there with Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Grant. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, BA, take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building. Plus, you wait all off season to see how your team measures up. And now we get to find out.
Jackson outside. It's Smart on the wing. Oh, there's the alley. Tries to save it. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Barbosa. Lays it up and banks it in.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
And so Smart will bring it up for the Grizzlies.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Jackson, the pass to Jackson. Now Morant, covered by Junior. Oh, Junior with a block. George against Jackson. And George gets it to go on the assist by Murray.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
Well, that's already his second foul.
And so it's Memphis with it, trailing by 4. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
Well, they brought the energy. They played smart as well, but the other team did too. Unfortunately, someone has to lose.
Yeah, that was two very evenly matched teams. But in the end, it came down to who executed better down the stretch.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Santi Aldama out there with Edey, and it's Jackson in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Junior in the last matchup against the Warriors was tremendous. He contributed 42 points, and at the other end of the floor, he's a thief. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Kings. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And the dunk by Junior.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Stole it away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Sacramento.
And for the Kings, Jonas Valanciunas.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Morant. Fires from deep. And another miss by Memphis.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
You know, Coach, when you watch Ja Morant play, it's hard to think of anyone else as explosive as he is.
Yeah, Brian, he can make a defender look like he's standing still. The burst that Morant has with his first step is unrivaled. Probably the best burst in the entire league.
Truly is a human highlight reel in this modern day. Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
Now here's Bane. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Here's Edey. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
George against Jackson. George passes to Barbosa. It's Monk on the wing. Back to Junior. Oh, he tries a three. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Grizzlies trail by 11. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Oh, stolen by Junior. It's George on the wing. Back to Junior. Shot from the wing. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 5 assists in the game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Sacramento.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Now here's Mann. We saw him with 11 points in his last game.
His 4th foul already, and we're not even at halftime. They'll likely limit.
Substitution on the court.
And there's 1:38 left in the first half. Smart passes to Jackson. And miss after miss right now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And the dunk by Junior.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Grizzlies trail by 17. We've got 1:13 left to play in the second quarter. And again, it's... Memphis missing. The Kings have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Pass to Barbosa. Uses the glass on the layup. Barbosa's got 13 points in this quarter.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Stolen by Schroeder. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. And Junior throws it down.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Now here's Mann. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Rejected by Junior. To the left wing. And he's going for the oop here. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Here's Jackson. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. 5 on the clock. To halt the run. Nice D from Valanciunas.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings, ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And so in the game for the Kings, the duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Malik Monk is out there with Junior, and it's George in at small forward. And the free throw, no good. Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
Junior against Morant. With the floater. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Jackson, the pass to Smart. That's tipped. George with a steal. And they're on the run. Here's Barbosa. Oh, he packs it down right over Jaren Jackson.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Smart looking around. To the middle. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. In transition. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, Ja Morant is excited to be back on the court, and he's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Bane, he's checked in for Memphis. The Kings also with a sub. DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Murray. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Outside Monk. It's George on the wing. Drops in the three. George has got 8.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
On the drive, Smart. Edey. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Junior outside. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And he's going for the lob. Ooh, the deft touch on the lob.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. Here's Morant. He's got 12. Pass to Bane. Here's Smart. Outside Morant. From deep, Bane. Rebound by Sacramento.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Monk against Smart. Monk passes to Barbosa. From downtown. And the Kings with another 3.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And here's Morant outside. Hauled in by the Kings. George has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Barbosa. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got assist number 7 tonight. 1:43 left to play in the third quarter here.
Looks like they'll cruise to the win. This just ends his night a little early. Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
Schroeder, he's checked in for Junior. On the wing, Bane. Monk covers. Bane, no good.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
George's shot is off. The Grizzlies have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Here's Wells. George defending. Aldama, no good. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 14-4 run. DeRozan passes to George. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson.
It's your time, 2K community. Scott Moak here, PA announcer for the Sacramento Kings. And it's time to see your contenders for the top play of the week. Let's get into the rec with T-Suit. Working out the handles in the mid-range with 1, 2, and 3 crossovers. We're going to need a timeout and an ankle x-ray. Also, check out these 3 other defenders with a block attempt. No luck.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage. Now, Golden State's starting 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Kings, Monk on the wing. He's paired with DeRozan. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. And it's Barbosa in at the point. Greg, is a player, how long does the excitement of a new season last?
I'd say it starts to wear off right about now. You got to start bringing your own motivation to every game, and you need to provide your own energy.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Podziemski. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. The Kings head coach gave me a few minutes. He talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, they'll be ready. Guys?
Thanks, David. Barbosa's shot is off. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, is probably come to a close.
Yeah, I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Here's Podziemski after the made shot from Barbosa. Shot by Podziemski, no good. Here's Murray. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And look at the inside presence already for Murray. It'll be fun to watch this young man grow.
Curry against Barbosa. Curry kicks to Kuminga. Now Podziemski. Pass to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over DeRozan. And it's Butler missing. Kings leading now by 4. And there's the pass to Barbosa. And Junior throws it down.
And that's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Podziemski, the bounce pass. Golden State moving it around. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And they're able to recover. Murray, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency in a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus. But this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sabonis. Jones comes in for Murray. George is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Malik Monk. Now, here's George. 11-point game his last outing. Barbosa gets the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Lopez passes to Moody. Now here's Perkins. Tipped away. Barbosa dishes to Jones. Fires from way outside. They grab their own miss. Valanciunas off with the layup. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Perkins. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Right side, George. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Sacramento shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Sacramento making a switch here. Carter's check. Lineup change here for Sacramento. Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Lopez. Kuminga comes in for Draymond Green. Butler, he's checked in for Moody. And it's Stephen Curry in for Brandon Podziemski. No good from Perkins.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Junior's out there with Malik Monk. And it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Curry passes to Butler. Back to Curry. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. There's the lob to Sabonis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And Sabonis putting his size to use there. Great timing.
Warriors trail by 18. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Curry. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Back to Barbosa. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Barbosa's got 10 points.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Monk against Curry. Outside, Kuminga. From outside, off the mark.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. Now, they've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. DA, thank you. Here's Barbosa. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Curry on the wing. Golden State moving it around. Kuminga kicks to Perkins. Just 5 to shoot. Kuminga with a wide open look. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Kuminga's got his first points of the night. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Timeout called the Warriors. Their last encounter was in the Bay Area.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sabonis. Filipowski comes in for Murray. George is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Malik Monk. Different look here for the Warriors. Brook Lopez is checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Perkins.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Oh, that's why we've seen PG, remember, years ago in the dunk contest, still showing you he's got ups.
Warriors trail by 20. To the middle, here's Curry. That one's good. Just his 3rd make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Barbosa for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Barbosa's got 17.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. The shot, no good. Kings leading now by 21. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Poked away. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And so it's Sacramento holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed.
Fans, your Kings Youth Dance Team.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
Yeah, he knows his role. He's out there to distribute the ball, get his teammates involved. Nice job.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
To the paint, here's Curry. He can't get that one. Nice D from Barbosa.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Warriors shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Outside Curry. Podziemski with it. Now guarded by Monk. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. And for such a young player, Brandon Podziemski has a mature game.
Well, Kevin, his intellect out on the floor, I think, is at an elite level. Brandon does such a good job of hovering around the basket to get rebounds. He advances the ball with the pass. He's driving and always looking for angles. So this is an advantage-created player, and Brandon does a great job of that.
Fires for 3. Drops in the tray. Podziemski's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, it feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Monk outside. Back to Barbosa. And he uses the glass on the layup. 25 points for Junior.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Kuminga against Murray. 4 on the clock. Kuminga dishes to Curry. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, with him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Barbosa for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Curry. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Barbosa, and Junior throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Curry with the 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Barbosa kicks to Murray. Back to Barbosa. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Curry with the bounce pass. Podziemski finds Curry. Good on the 3-point shot. Curry's got 9.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
To the inside, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sabonis. Jones comes in for Murray. George is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Carter in for Malik Monk. Different look here for the Warriors. Brook Lopez is checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Perkins in for Curry. The Kings have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. The free throw drops for Barbosa. And Barbosa drops them both. The Warriors have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Perkins. And Jones pulls it down.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
13 feet away. And the jumper is good. Carter's got his first bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Podziemski. Defended by Carter. Pass to Moody. Lopez left side. Barbosa against Perkins. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Barbosa gets the bucket. Barbosa's got 17 now just in the second half.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Podziemski with it. Here's Lopez. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Sacramento way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. Their defense has been active and while we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jones is out there with George. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Filipowski. And it's Carter in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. There's the pass to Moody. Over George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Filipowski.
Lopez, an absolute mountain to deal with on the inside, and the defense doing all they can against him.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
Hey, Brent, where would you rank the Lopez brothers as the best NBA siblings?
Well, they've had storied careers, both of them. Certainly in terms of the argument about the best twins to ever play the game, you could make an argument for them. You had, of course, Tom and Dick Van Arsdale in the 60s, Horace and Harvey Grant in the 90s. But what the Lopez brothers have been able to do, not in terms of
some changes here for the Kings. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Filipowski. DeMar DeRozan comes in for George. And Junior subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Passes it to Moody. Lots of room. And that one drops for him. Moody's got 4 points in the quarter.
Brook Lopez has been lacing them up in the NBA since the 2008 NBA draft and has such an incredible understanding of the game, earning a PhD in basketball with all the years behind him.
And it's DeRozan missing.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim. Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Sacramento.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Junior.
And so many times on the defensive end showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Barbosa's shot is off. There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Back to Moody. Pass to Green. Back to Moody. Over Barbosa. And the Warriors miss again. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the Kings. Pass to DeRozan. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Inside, and Junior throws it down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett.
Hit a button and choose your favorite play. You've been making great plays, and we want to see them. Send them on social with the hashtag 2KTVWOW and your gamer tag. We're on the lookout. See you next week for the top play of Season 4 vote. I'll have 100,000 VC check to send out to the winner. I've just got to find some stamps to mail it. Where are those things? See ya!
All-Star excitement has arrived in My Team. Now you can add All-Star Weekend players to your starting lineups in My Team.
Play and win games to earn event cards, which are your key to powerful gems and rewards in the exchange, including Half Man.
TGIF, everyone. The starters for Utah. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Then there's Keontae George. Then it's Walker Kessler. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot. And for Sacramento, the duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Malik Monk is out there with Junior. And it's George in at the small forward. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah. This should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And it's Sacramento's ball. And there's the lob. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Here's the break. Sexton with it. Now guarded by Monk.
Well, just 6'2", but the vertical for Colin Sexton. Nicely done.
George against Junior. Monk passes to Barbosa. And the dunk by Junior.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard play.
George, rebound by Sacramento, fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused and they made everything they looked at.
Here's Sexton, following the score by Sacramento. Down low. Here's Markkanen. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Boy, he's got so much length that under duress, still able to finish. Go ahead, Lauri Markkanen.
Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform, you think?
I'm not going greatest player, B.A. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion.
Sexton misses. The Kings have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. George passes to Barbosa. Oh, from deep. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Barbosa's got 9.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. George outside, takes the 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Jazz trail by 7. George with it. In the game against Denver, very impressive.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
These are his first free throws of the game.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sacramento. DeMar DeRozan comes in for George. And Barbosa gets it to go.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Jerome. Monk covers. The kick out to Williams. 3-pointer. And he buries his first look.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And to a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
George with it, picked up by DeRozan. They get it again. Here's Chandler, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Man, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And Junior throws it down.
Wow. I'll tell you. Such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Outside Murray. Inside, Barbosa. Jerome grabs the miss. Jazz trail by 6. George, right side. The shot, no good. Good D by Murray. And it's Murray with the ball for Sacramento. To the inside. And Junior with the basket on the assist by Monk. Monk's got 3 assists in the game.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Jerome. 20 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Now Monk to the paint. Murray passes to Barbosa. Back to Murray. With 1 on the clock. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. The Kings on top. They're up by 8. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
11.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, group getting ready for Utah. Jazz trail by 18. So the Utah 5 right now. George out there with Ty Jerome. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Hendricks in at the power forward position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Junior in the last matchup against the Warriors just played phenomenal. He contributed 40 points and was such a menace on the defensive end. Steals galore, a game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul of the game.
14 foul.
Minute 32 left in the first half. To the middle. Here's George.
I can't believe it. I mean, he can't buy a basket in the second period. He might want to keep the ball moving. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
For 3, George counted from distance. George has got 5 now.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Barbosa, down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Well, Keontae George, guys, a talented backcourt guy. He can create off the dribble. He can make snappy passes. Everything you want in a combo guard.
Inside. And the dunk by Junior.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
George. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Junior.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
George. First personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for 2. Barbosa.
No good on that one. And the second free throw is good.
I love it. In attack mode. Drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
And Utah has possession. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one in Sacramento.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Here's Valanciunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy. Failing to box out. Ugh.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And so it's Sacramento with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Junior, he's out there with Malik Monk. And it's George in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's George. Rebound by Sacramento. Barbosa's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. He was all alone on that one. George has got 9.
No hesitation from Keontae George. Ball touches his fingers, he gets right into his motion.
Well, when you talk about the most underrated players in the league, Doris, Sexton has to be in the conversation.
Well, let's begin with the fact that he's an absolutely fearless scorer, a tough competitor, an improved facilitator. There's grit, determination. He's willing to get into you defensively. He is somebody that will compete on the defensive end.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keegan Murray. That's his first foul of the game. Filipowski, he's checked in for Murray. Williams is checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for George. "90 seconds into the second half now. Sexton against Monk. Sexton misses.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Filipowski, the pass to Barbosa. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Williams. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. The Jazz, again, can't hit.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And Barbosa gets it to go.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Shot's good by Collier. Collier's got his first points of the night. The Kings have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Down low. Kessler with a rebound. The Jazz have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. It's tipped. Williams hauled in by the Kings. Outside Monk. Pass to Barbosa. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And the layup is good off the glass.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Collier, covered by Junior. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Filipowski. Count that bucket. Filipowski's got his second bucket on the night.
Assist from Barbosa.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Collier, covered by Junior. Outside for Sexton. Here's the 3. Kept alive. No good that time. Sacramento has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. To the inside. And Junior gets it to go on the assist by Monk. Monk's got 5 assists tonight.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Utah's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. To the middle. Here's Williams. The rebound by Filipowski. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Barbosa. And the shot goes. Barbosa's got 14 points now in the second half.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And he drops it in from the low post.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
The Jazz shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's Sexton. Rebound by Sacramento.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
It's so close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
Sacramento shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he can't hit the second. Schroeder against Williams. Schroeder with a rebound. 1 second left. He can't get it to go. And so it's Sacramento way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience. And there have been two. He's checked in for Sacramento. Junior comes in for Schroeder. And a new group getting ready for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Chandler. Williams comes in for Potter. Sexton's checked in for Griffin. And it's Keontae George in for Jerome. So the Utah 5 right now. George and Sexton in the backcourt. Walker Kessler out there with Williams. And it's Clarkson in at the 3.
First personal foul.
The Jazz have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. Pass to George. And he lobs it up top. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. DeRozan against Clarkson. Barbosa. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. Barbosa's got 43 points. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's Barbosa. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Barbosa's got 45 points.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
George scanning the floor. Offensive rebound. The Kings have gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during this fourth. Inside, here's Barbosa, up and in on the layup. Barbosa's got 6 points in the quarter.
doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
Poke loose. Stolen by Jones. Junior up top. Driving inside. Oh, and the jam by Junior.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Here's Williams. Jones with some nice D. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on an 18-6 run.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Kings.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're going to battle hard.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Junior.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
George outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kessler, and at last they get one to fall.
Exactly what Kessler does off every miss. Go pursue the basketball and get the opportunity for a second chance.
Barbosa passes to Jones. George against Junior. DeRozan right side. Back to Junior. It's rebounded by George. And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Clarkson for 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Outside Carter. And Junior throws it down.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.